You need to treat that wood like it is your girlfriend. Listen to her. She speaks. She says, treat me well.
Episode 2. There's a lovely lady who's leading into our DM. Finally! Mama, I made it.
Hi, my name is Nicole Kiskam Esling Kendrickje Akinyi Tibet. I live in Nairobi West and I work in the creative industry. The reason I chose to live in Nairobi West is because it's actually quite close to my offices. The reason I chose this particular house is actually one thing. I have lots of kitchen bits and pieces, and this was the one house in my budget that offered at least some counter space. So I've lived in this house for about a year and a half now, yeah? So it's been a slow process of picking an item or two out, and I think I've gotten to the point where I'm ready to refresh, revamp.
We got a video from Nicole and we went to check out her house in Nairobi West. She lives in a quaint apartment, underline quaint. And quote me, we gave her a call.
Yes, my name is Penny.
Hi, Patty.
How are you?
I'm good.
I rode a boda, aka Nduthi, to her place. Joseph is bougie, he drove a camel. So we got there, we got to check out the house. It was nice, challenging. I mean, she has a lot of cats too.
So when you got to Nicole's place, the wall was very boring. It had that boring beige color that all houses have. There was a stool at the corner, at the front, on the feature wall, that had a hat under it.
Oh yes.
And a cat used to live there.
Used
cat
to-
still
lives
lives
there. Yep.
Yeah.
We're not throwing
But,
shit.
but
Nicole.
the
We
stool
love you.
couldn't be used for anything. There was an old green carpet as well, and turns out she loves green, so we decided to go heavy on the green. Basically, she asked us to bring the outside in, and
Bring life.
that's what we tried to achieve.
Yeah, shower head, the big one.
So today we went to look for the materials we need to do up Nicole's place. We got the wood that we'll be cladding the TV unit with. We got fasteners and glue and sandpaper. We got Hessian. Yes? I said it right.
AKA Gunia.
AKA Balap.
Ah no,
Gunia.
you're one-upping me.
Okay.
AKA.
Fate. Oh yeah, we got the carpet from Toy, and that was a bit tricky because we'd already decided on the scheme, the color scheme of the house, and it was supposed to be gold. So the carpet we found had some copper tones in it, but it still looked awesome.
We also got an interesting Shadaria. You'll see it. It's really cool.
Yeah. Got it off a salvage. We were actually looking for other things, and then we found that one. And then we took it.
Yeah, we went treasure hunting. That's how we do this thing.
I shall use this wood to make the tabletop.
Day 3, we got to basically take the raw product to our hideout. I'm not gonna say where we live. We had to fabricate a couple of things for Nicole's house. We worked on the table, and Joe had an idea which was still mine.
Actually, that was Paddy's first idea. On the
We decided to give a leaf pattern on the table.
So we just finished planing the wood. We are laying it out to determine which the grains that we like and the order in which they should follow. And then from there, we're gonna we're gonna sand it down. And then we'll assemble it tomorrow and finish off.
Yeah, so we did a nice pattern on top of the table. Then we dyed it. We stained it, sorry.
Yeah.
What's
the right word?
Dye stain. So we stained it, and
Yes.
what we use for our stain is not the commercial type of stain. We are creatives, so we got white vinegar and steel wire, aka steel wool. So you soak it in the vinegar for how long? A couple of days.
Many days.
For many days.
Okay, from a few hours to a couple of days. It reacts with, I think, tannins in the wood and cause
Big words.
all the wood.
Make sure you underline that.
Amounts of tannins.
Tannin.
They will change to varying degrees.
TANNIN.
So depending on the type of wood, you get a different shade. But I think the element of surprise there, it's something that I like because I don't know what to expect. But once you do it, then you're like, okay, maybe I like it. Maybe, let me rub it out a bit with a damp cloth until I get the shade that I want. So the original plan was to screw on the little boards across the table.
Planks.
The boards. Planks.
Yeah, the planks.
Same thing. Okay, little boards,
Okay.
which are like planks. So the plan was to screw from the other side and then they kind of attach to the base. But that was going to be a lot of work because you'd have to pre-drill each of the points you want to fasten to the board. And that was going to be a lot of work. We had only one drill, so we decided to use nails instead.
Bosh. We only have one drill. So the pattern that came out was basically we formed a leaf vein, and so to bring in the outside inside. That was one of the challenges we had to do, and that's how we executed that. That's how we interpreted it and we brought it home.
Wow, that was fast.
Same day we also dropped off the cage to be welded. Don't worry, you'll see what the cage is for. It's a surprise. Stick around, watch to the end, then you get to see it, and subscribe.
It'll be the final thing we show you.
Yep. And
After
make sure
you
you subscribe.
Yes.
I was to paint the room an interesting jungle green color. So the biggest challenge was taping the room, basically putting masking tape everywhere, which wastes a lot of time. So it would help if you have someone do that for you. So I had to put it manually myself so that we avoid spillovers when we're painting, and also just to protect the floor. You don't want to start coming and scraping the paint will come off, but you don't want to waste a lot of time trying to scrape off the paint of the floor. So that was the biggest challenge.
Before you finish,
Yes.
if you're using a roller, roll it slow to prevent how much paint
roll it
drips
slow,
from
roll it
the brush, from the roller to the floor in the first place. Demolishing the table was harder than we thought. We had to cut it up in pieces with a jigsaw, then use a hammer to separate the top and the bottom from those vintage legs that Nicole really loved, so we didn't want to just get rid of them altogether. So we had to make a smaller table because the space wasn't enough. But then again, we had to maintain certain aspects of the table, and then we had to make it proportional to her couch. So we actually cut her entire table and replaced the entire top. But the bottom is the same and the legs are the same. Only the top is different. Today we went to pick some plants for Nicoles House. We hadn't decided what exactly we're gonna use. So it was more of just, looking around and imagining, okay, how would that look in that corner? So the most important thing for us was to get plants that don't need much light. So that's all we cared about.
With my eyes closed first.
Yeah, bad box.
And then 1, 2, 3. Holy cow, you guys. Holy cow! sorry cows. This looks amazing, you guys. Oh, you did it. You managed to bring my outside inside. Oh, you guys, this is so dope.
The final outcome,
Yeah.
it kind of had this really mature and refined finish to it.
It had what she wanted. We
Not
brought
the usual,
brought outside
but
inside.
not the usual rustic and
Yeah.
finished look we usually go for. This was more. It felt more touched up, more refined.
Bohemian, perhaps. No,
That is her, not the space we did.
It felt very
but they were-
outdoorsy, natural.
That kind of
Yeah.
Waiting for the next one.
Yep. On to the next one. Subscribe!
Oh yeah, subscribe! I forgot subscribe.
If you
Please
want
subscribe.
we to come to you. Look at the screen right now. Hallelujah. Look at that screen. If you want your room upholstered, send us video, slide into our DM. We do not mind. We don't.
Okay.
That was another challenge.
That was another
we had to get
challenge,
somebody
Make
to
sure
hug
the
the
cats
cats.
don't leave the house.
Yes. Because apparently when
Because
the cats leave
Nicole
the house,
wasn't
it's a car.
Cat.